So they told us we could borrow anything that we need to shoot. This version has a white knob with a light colored shell. This one has a square knob with a dark colored shell. This one has a square knob with a light colored shell. Cheapskate 2. That's my choice. Oh, I get to just cut this open.
I am in Madison, Wisconsin, and I'm here with my friends John and Dan, and they are helping me with a project where I'm documenting the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line. That means I'm photographing a whole bunch of stuff. It's been going really well. This is probably the 10th or 11th big photo shoot I've done so far on the journey of this particular project, and we're at a point where we're just trying to piece everything together. While Dan, who I was visiting here, has an amazing collection and a ton of stuff that I needed to photograph, we often find ourselves at the end of these projects where I gotta track down some smaller pieces. Sometimes there are some missing accessories for certain figures, sometimes stickers aren't as good or they're missing. Even though all the collectors who I visit, who help me out with these projects, always have a lot of cool stuff, there's bound to be a few things here or there. Now, here in Madison, Wisconsin is a pretty amazing toy store that you might remember I checked out on the last episode called Meep Meepleton's. And I figured, why not take my list down to the shop? Maybe I can find some of the things that I'm missing here on this list and I can bring them back for photography. So, let's go back to the toy store.
Bow biters.
Snoopy bow biters. You know what's funny is I had Ninja Turtles bow biters when I was a kid.
Really? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. It's, you don't know how to tie your shoes? Bow biters.
Bow biters. We need to get some of those for
Get
Spencer.
some of these for my son. Yes. Yeah. Get them for Spencer.
So I took my list up to the owners at Meep Meepleton's and I said, hey, do you guys happen to have any of this stuff? I'm looking for it for a project. And to my surprise, they were incredibly helpful with the whole thing.
So they told us we could borrow anything that we need to shoot. So for the book, which is very generous. Yeah. So let's.
Thank you.
So.
Yeah. I'll go double check on that mask figure.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, here's a. I know he said he had.
Yeah, that one's perfect.
And does it look complete and everything? So.
Absolutely.
So that's. We should probably just grab it and then we can just bring it back down.
Complete just doesn't have stickers on these.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's complete.
These bins of parts and they got a lot of stuff color coded. Like, look at this. Okay. So we just need to see what we can find. See if we can find those shields for like the cheapskate. Alright, give me I'm gonna set it like
the shields for the cheapskate would be just mixed in with the accessories.
Yeah. Then we need to look for pink because pink will be the cheapskate.
That's right! The folks at Meep Meepleton's gave us access to their storage room, allowing us to dig through all of their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles accessories, figures, and vehicles that they had back there and not yet out on the show floor. On top of that, they're going to let me borrow anything that I need specifically for the photo shoots, and then I'm just going to bring it back when we're done, which is an absolutely amazing offer that I am so incredibly thankful for. Now, they have boxes and boxes of Ninja Turtles, bags filled with accessories, and I love how they're all color-coded, the way they match different colors accessories together in these bags. It's actually going to make it pretty fun to dig through just to see if we can find any of the stuff that's on our list.
Going for sewer speed bumps.
Honestly, I asked to borrow this just because, no offense to Dan's, but yours is pretty roached out.
Okay.
I mean, the one I already cleaned. That thing is in superb condition. What are you talking about?
What is it?
What do you think it is?
A variant. Is it because he doesn't have the teeth painted?
All white teeth. That's
All
the
white
rare
teeth.
one that comes with the gold belt.
Unpainted. All white teeth.
Ugh, variants. When I'm doing projects like this, the variants drive me crazy, only because it feels like there's an endless amount of them. And of course, there's always the debates on like what actually is considered a variant and what's not a variant. So it always is a little bit of a struggle. But when there's clear differences with some of these releases, it's important for me to identify that and capture that for documentation. So as we find things, we've got to grab them. And some of these things were on our list of things to find.
So these teeth are painted? Lines in the teeth? No paint on this one, just all white. That's the kind of thing that we have to look for.
You begin to appreciate why I didn't get into paint variants in this line.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like, even the yellows are different. Look at that.
Yeah, and those yellows are lighter than the
One's
yellows.
like orangish.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, all black socks.
Oh my god, okay. Well, let's go ahead. Don't need to grab this one. So we're just finding crazy variants.
Dude, that's the cooler one, though. He looks better to do.
Oh, okay.
He's the dark camo variant.
you open this?
Pretty much nothing.
Oh, okay.
There's a few loose odds and ends to it. Although I didn't check if there's a lower
you see
tray.
the difference? So his socks are only paint.
Just only the tops of it's painted.
Yeah.
Variants, man.
Oh, actually, here's a loose one. Let's see.
There's so many of them in there.
I think we already took a white knob mic picture, actually.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
See?
White knob
Now,
versus the green square knob. Yeah, look at that.
dark shell, or light shell, dark shell.
Light shell. Look at that.
So why don't we
Ridiculous.
grab some of these to show, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because these are the same for all the turtles. So they all had the dark.
We'll grab some with the belts if we can, or at
Okay.
least grab belts and put them on. It's all the exact same figure. Wacky Action Michelangelo. But this is what you're looking at. This version has a white knob with a light colored shell. This one has a square knob with a dark colored shell. This one has a square knob with a light colored shell. It's 3 variants of the exact same figure. Just weird little differences.
All right, we're wrapping up here at Meep Meepleton's. We got ourselves a bag filled with TMNT goodies that was on the list of stuff that we needed to shoot. So we're going to take this back. We're going to finish our weekend photo shoot before I return all of this stuff here to the store. Seriously, amazing, massive shout out to the folks over at Meep Meepleton's for helping us out. This was unexpected and truly helpful for what we were accomplishing here this weekend. Now, let's get back to that photo shoot.
Once upon a time in the sewer, Raphael was calmly flying his space vehicle.
When suddenly a giant wave came from nowhere, but his space vehicle changed and mutated and...
Raph was safe on a raft. Gracious. And then Michelangelo came along on his ATV.
Oh no, it's that wave again! But his ATV mutates into a...
Jet ski. And they live happily ever after.
Do you hear a waterfall?
Now they mutate. Fun playmate.
Redhead. like the turtle spray painted the back of Shredder's car. Shredhead. Chrome dome. I just love little details like that. That's fun.
This is where things get fun. Well, at least fun for some of us. You see, Dan has an incredible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection that he was nice enough to allow me to come in and photograph. He's got so much stuff that he has multiples of many items because he's been collecting these toys since they were all originally on shelves. So sometimes we hit a point where we've got certain vehicles or larger objects that we need to shoot. And those are always a little tougher to find in people's collections, especially complete or with the stickers intact. And this is a point where Dan said, well, hey, I actually have doubles and sometimes triples of some of these for the sole purpose so that I can open them up myself. So let's open up some of these. Yeah, so this is the part where all of you mint in box or mint on card collectors are probably going to cringe, or you're going to be mad at me. But just to throw it out there, this is all for important documentation purposes, and it's all being done at the sole request of the owner of these items. So, yeah, there's that. Let's open some of these vintage toys.
Scout.
Well, those are the 3 that we just have to grab one part and then put it back together. So
Okay, so that's all we're doing with
Right.
these. So these we're opening and actually putting together a photograph.
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna go for the cheapskate 2. That's my choice. Oh, I get to just cut this open. Oh, look, the tape's already actually peeled on this one.
yeah, I had actually bought one of those not too long ago with the intention of opening it, and then I forgot and put it in the storage.
Amazing. Look at this. Here, I will. This is awesome. This feels like Christmas.
I know.
Look at it. Look how beautiful and pink it all is. Holy moly. And there it is. This is why we had to open one. Because this thing breaks a lot.
And we didn't have any of the other parts.
And there it all is. It's all here. The toilet paper. The pink sewer shield. Amazing.
The pink flagpole with the turtle head.
Holy cow. This is great.
And the new cycle. Alright. This one is sealed.
Cut the tape.
Oh, it's cut.
Cut that tape.
Don't hate.
Yeah. Not sealed anymore.
Not sealed anymore. It only affects the resale value if you plan to resell it.
Right. Which these are not being
Which
resold.
these are not being
These are
resold.
all part of somebody's collection. Yeah. Whoop. There goes the accessories.
Back accessories.
There's the stickers.
Oh.
Look at that sticker sheet.
Sticker sheet.
So many stickers.
Just such a clean little.
Nice.
This is the thing that's so funny about this. Look at the head on this. This is fresh out of the box, brand new opened. And look how awful the paint job is on the bandana. I think that just goes to show you that even mint out of the box, these things are not always going to be perfect. That's some sloppy paint on that.
Sit in the hallway to do that. Just set that there because it goes in that way.
Oh, wow.
This in the back.
This one broken in the box. This was a mint box that I just opened. This piece is broken off. There's like little red plastic laying down the bottom of the box.
That's crazy. We can glue that together though.
Yeah. This right here is proof that your mint in box items may not actually be mint inside. That's a scary thing to think about, right?
And the box doesn't have really visible damage, so.
Right. I mean, like you wouldn't have been able to.
Around.
There's a little piece of loose red plastic in there. Alright, I gotta see if I can get this thing out of here without causing more damage. Here we go. So, this snapped right off of here. It's the seat. It's supposed to be right here like this. But it snapped off in an unopened box. A sealed box. Unfortunately, this 30 to 40 year old plastic. It's just not gonna hold up forever. That's wild. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that.
Rubber band's in good shape.
Yeah, and also, it came with extra rubber bands. Look at that. But yeah, the rubber bands hasn't degraded, which is nice. That's for this feature here. Wild.
Alright, yeah, I'll take this.
Yeah, take those stickers to him. I will build this thing the best I can with a broken seat.
Here's this piece. I'm gonna set this piece right here.
Okay, yeah, that's for that other vehicle. Here's some 30-some-year-old air sealed in this bag. We're about to free. Whoa, it smells like the 90s in here. I like that these seatbelts, a lot of times these seatbelts actually have the name of the vehicle on them that they go to. Like, I know we ran into that with the Turtle Taxi. This one actually says Sludge-Mobile on it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's kind of cool so that you can know what that goes to, because there's a lot of parts that look similar across vehicles. Oh, there we go, the Shredder-Mobile. Does anybody else think that this cannon on top of the Shredder-Mobile looks like Mosquitor's head? Or is that just me? That's definitely Mosquitor's head.
Gotta say, I'm the one that mentioned that to you yesterday.
You are. You are the one that mentioned it to me. Okay, like here's the little piece of
I
this.
want her credit.
Yeah, I do.
Complete.
That's the only thing that was missing.
That's the only thing that was missing. Complete. See, that's tricky. That is a challenge. Doing a book like this where you're documenting all these old toys that have all these small parts. I mean, like, you got to think about it. These were all played with by kids, by children, and most kids did not think about like putting these away nicely so that you didn't lose tiny little pieces like that when you were done playing. What, you tossed them in a toy box with other stuff? And that's why it's so tricky to find some of these tiny little pieces on some of these vehicles, especially with these toys. So it's one of the challenges you run into when documenting this stuff, because you want to be accurate as possible, but we have to have everything. And it's the challenge. It's the challenge.
All right. This is the thing with these stickers. You gotta get them just right. There we go. Actually, but if you've already got those ends together, then you just kind of put it on here, pull back, and you just work your way up. And you generally get a pretty even application at that point. Voila.
Perfection.
All right.
Man, that is a pretty vehicle.
Look at that.
Cool. Look at the chrome. The chrome on the sides is awesome. Dude, this thing is totally my kind of vehicle. It's got shiny chrome on it. It's got hot pink colors. I mean, this is Ninja Force. Ninja Force Ninja Turtles.
I know. That's what I was just thinking.
Ninja Force Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
I love it.
Photo session finished for the weekend, and it's not an all the way accomplished project yet, but we're nearing a finish line. I can see it. I've been working on this particular project for 3 years at this point, doing all of this photography, but it's going very well. And I'm being slightly vague, obviously, here in this toy hunt, but I think you can all gather what I'm probably doing here, and I can't wait to make some more official, concrete announcements. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed kind of joining me a little bit on this journey, getting a little peek behind the scenes. I've got no actual haul from today's toy hunt, but it was a very different kind of toy hunt with just an amazing gesture by the folks over at Meep Meepleton. So seriously, if you're ever in Madison, Wisconsin, make sure you go and check them out. And again, massive shout out to both John and Dan, for whom I definitely couldn't be doing this without. It's always about the collector community when I'm doing stuff like this. I seriously couldn't do these big documentation projects without individuals within these communities who are willing to lend a hand. So I am eternally grateful for that. Guys, thank you so very much for joining me for another installment of Toy Hunting with Pixel Dan. I hope you loved today's episode. It was very different, but again, kind of a nice little peek behind the scenes, peek behind the curtain, a peek at what's to come. And I hope it's something that you guys enjoyed. If so, maybe I'll do more of these on the journey here. Who knows? Could do some more of this sort of thing. Hey, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment. I know that sounds like typical YouTuber jargon, but it really does help the channel grow. And as always, a massive shout out to all of my supporters over on Patreon. You guys are amazing. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And until next time, happy hunting, my friends.